Hello, everyone. Welcome to another session of Learn with Optmyzr. My name is Juan Aristimuño. I'm part of the customer success team here at Optmyzr's South American office in Santiago de Chile. And today we're joined by my colleague Sukanya on strategy, who will be walking us through the different solutions Optmyzr offers to handle and manage ad spend, which we know is one of the most common pain points for advertisers. Luckily, we have tools to help you stay on top of your spending patterns and also to help you make smarter budgeting decisions. On my screen here, you can see what we're going to be talking about today. So, we're going to learn how to keep track of your monthly budget pacing with alerts for deviations, optimize single and cross platform budgets from the same place, identify and optimize expensive queries and non converting keywords, optimize cost for automated targets and manual CPC bidding strategies, and identify and exclude expensive placements, and track down landing pages to avoid wasted clicks. And with that said, Sukanya, the screen and the microphone are all yours.
Shubham.
No problem.
Um, Great. Can you see my screen one?
We can see your screen. Yeah.
Great. So as one rightly mentioned, today we'd start with how you can track your budgets, your monthly target budgets. So from the MCC dashboard in Optmyzr, where will be able to see all your connected accounts to Optmyzr, you can go ahead and hover over the monthly budget column against any of these accounts, and this pop-up window comes up. Here, you can go ahead and edit this value of the monthly target budget to a value of your choice, and then you can also do this in bulk from this option over here, bulk edit accounts details, and then define the budget cycle date, which basically accommodates the situation where, say, you have a client who is not tracking the budget from the first of the month till the end of the month. Rather, he does it from the 10th of the month through the 9th of the next month. So you can go ahead and put 10 over here, and the system tracks the budget accordingly. And after you put this information, you'll be able to see the information about how your budget is spending, whether it's underspending or overspending. And then you also see the pacing over here, which is basically gives the information how much of the budget you have spent in comparison or relative to what you should have spent for the share of this month. You can also see this budget pacing as a column on the MCC dashboard over here. It is not present here natively, but you can choose it from here. So this gives you an idea about how your budgets are performing. Uh, Also, one thing to notice over here is this is strictly for monitoring purposes, and so here any value that you put over here would not make any changes to any of your budgets in the account. So it's basically for helping you monitor how your budget is pacing. And whenever there is any deviation, you'll be alerted over email. You can also see this for in the MCC dashboard also. Now, from this information, if you'd like to go ahead and make changes to your budgets, you can do it from the Optimize Budget tool over here. You also get this tool from the optimizations section for budgets, Optimize Budget Single Platform. So this tool helps you reallocate budgets across campaigns based on performance. So say for a use case that there are some budgets that are so they are losing out on impression share due to budget, but there are some unused budgets in other campaigns. So if you would like to reallocate them, you can go ahead and do this from this tool. This tool analyzes the spending of all your active budgets in the account, uh, campaign level budgets and shared budgets, and then you put a target budget over here, the simulation budget, and for that budget, it gives you a projected spend till the end of the budget cycle, also the actual spend till now, and it translates this monthly target budget to daily budgets and tells you how much more exactly you should spend in order to reach your monthly target budget. Then the tabular analysis over here, it shows all the active budgets in the account, and you can go ahead and edit these budgets from here based on the information recent impression share lost due to budget. So here you can see for which of these budgets are losing out on impression share because they are limited due to budget. You can go ahead and tweak these budgets from here. And also against every budget, you get this blue chart, which is the budget simulator that actually helps you understand how much your campaigns are capable of spending. You also get this information whether you have under allocated or over allocated for any of these budgets over here. The other thing you can do is get intelligent suggestions from here, get optimization suggestions. Once you define an account level goal, say increase clicks, conversions, or conversion value. So here you'll be able to see this list of projected spends. And if you choose one, say increasing the budget by 40%, you'll also be able to see for this increase how much increase would be there in the clicks or other metrics. So the change in basically the change in these metrics for this percentage of change in the budget. This is an information that you can actually use for, say, when you go to your clients for approval in budgets. You can download this list from here and share it with your clients, where they get more wholesome information about how much change in budget will bring how much change in the metrics most important to your business. So this is a way that you can go ahead and optimize your budgets, rather reallocate your budgets based on the current performance. And when you select any one of these table, you'll be able to see that the budgets below, the amounts have been changed. You can take a closer look at them, and if this looks good to you, you can go ahead and apply those changes, and the budget should be so changed in real time. So this is a way you can optimize your budgets for a single platform. And the other tool that we wanted to talk about is optimize budgets across multiple platforms. So for budgets and optimize budgets across platforms. So the use case over here is oftentimes say you have a client who is advertising for a campaign on Google Ads, Microsoft Ads, and Facebook Ads together, or you're running a promotional offer across platforms. So to manage the budgets across all those platforms separately often leads to mistracking and overspending of budgets. So in those scenarios, to tackle such situations, this tool helps you immensely. It helps you track and manage budgets across platforms from the same place. So how it works is I'll quickly walk you through that. So here you can create a client, and a client is basically a group of accounts put together. So from manage and create clients, you can go ahead and create a client where you can include accounts from a single platform or from across platforms. So here I have created a client for this session that has two Google Ads accounts and one Microsoft Ads account. And then you can select the currency and time zone and save this client. And then after the client is created, you have to create budget groups for these clients. So from this option, um, here you'll be able to see all the active budgets that that are present in the accounts that you have selected in the client, and from there you can define a target monthly budget. So after selecting all the active budgets that you would like to monitor, you can go ahead and put the target budget amount over here. So just let's wait for a few seconds while it's loading. So you can also go ahead and let the tool monitor those budgets, how they are pacing, and it will notify you once there is. So here we see the monthly target budget, this amount. You can go ahead and edit this amount, and here you see all the active budgets. You can go ahead and select the budgets that you would like to monitor, and then you have this option to send an email when the target budget is hit. And also it sends you emails when 50%, 75%, 90 or 95% or 90% of the target budget is hit, so that you're aware of it, like, preemptively, and you can take any corrective measures if you think your budget is moving or pacing in a direction that you'd not want or it's not expected. You can do that. The tool also allows you to pause the campaigns when their aggregated cost exceeds the target budget. And once the current month ends, it can also help re-enable those budgets. So this is a way that you can manage the multi-platform budgets from one place, get better control of those budgets, and also this at the end of the day gives you more helps you get more value out of your budget. So this is the way you can go ahead and track budgets across platforms. Then moving ahead, uh, we'd like to talk about different areas of your accounts that are currently bringing in invested spend, and how you can identify them and optimize them. So the first part is search queries. So it's an often recommended practice to look into your expensive search queries and see if they're overspending, and then optimize them. So we have a rule engine strategy from optimizations. Rule engine is one of Optimizer's most powerful and versatile tools that helps you create custom optimizations and automate them to run on a schedule. I've already loaded up the strategy over here that helps you add non-converting search queries as negatives to search campaigns. Now, how the rules over here are structured is, it looks into those ad group search terms that did not have any conversion in the last 90 days. Their CTR is half the CTR of the campaign, but the cost of the ad group search term is 2.5 times the cost per conversion of the campaign. In that case, the system recommends adding these search terms as negative keywords at the ad group level. You can also go ahead and add them as negatives at the campaign level also. And this again, we have the same strategy for automated bidding campaigns. And then we also look into those search queries that have converted in the last 30 days, but did not convert in the last 30 days, but they had converted in the last 90 days. So the system suggests to include them in a report so that you can take a closer look at such search queries, say to find out any seasonality that was there during that point in time. Hence, those search queries converted, but now they're not converting and accruing cost. So you can take a closer look at them and make a decision about how you'd like to go about them. So this can also be.
Sorry, and this is fully customizable, right? So if a user would like to include or change one of the default conditions that the strategy has, they can absolutely do that. So, for example, if you don't want to add as a negative search query that includes your brand's name, the account's brand's name, you can add that as a condition to ensure that that will never be added as a negative. It will never suggest it, even if you automate it.
Exactly. So the tool would not add them as your brand search terms as negatives if you add another condition over here to specify that. Great. So moving forward, this can also be, so you can also do this for your standard shopping campaigns. You can add these search terms as negative keywords. So I'll quickly show you these where you'll be able to find these instant strategies. So once you go to add strategy and add a new strategy and optimize a recommended strategy for the goal search queries, you'll be able to find these instant strategies here where you can add non-converting search queries as negatives to search campaigns and also to your standard shopping campaigns. So this is something that you can do to optimize the cost for your expensive search queries. And then moving forward, uh, the next optimization is for keywords, pause non-converting keywords. So as the name suggests, it helps you identify those keywords that did not convert in the last 30 days. So here you get a list of those suggestions. Also, the tool takes into consideration the statistical significance of data and only suggests those keywords that have received a significant number of impressions, clicks, and costed you some money but did not convert. So you can also make a more informed decision by adding metrics from Google Analytics like average time on site or bounce rate. So this would help you make a more informed decision here. And once, if this looks good to you, the suggestions looks good to you, then you can pause these keywords with a single click from the interface. So this is how you can optimize your non-converting keywords. And then moving forward, as we had discussed during sharing the agenda, so we would look into how you can create cost optimization techniques for both automated bidding and manual bidding campaigns. So we know that the level of control that we have for these types of campaigns are different. So at first we'll look into the automated bidding campaigns. So once again, it's a rule engine strategy. that helps you tweak ad group level targets. So for automated bidding campaigns, we know that we are not able to go ahead and make big changes for keywords. But one way that we would not average out the entire campaign performance is by tweaking the ad group level targets. So this strategy exactly helps you do that. So here, optimize target ROAS for ad groups running on smart bidding strategies. Here we look into these rules. So the first rule looks into your high performing ad groups. So here, the bid strategy type is equal to maximize conversion value with a target ROAS goal. The ad groups have received conversions in the last 30 days, and the ROAS of the ad group is 140% more than the target ROAS of the ad group. And it is also not losing out in search impression share. So, in that case, the tool suggests increasing the target ROAS for those ad groups because they have more potential. And also, just notice over here, the increase suggested is not by an absolute value, rather, it is a dynamic expression that takes into account your current ROAS and current target ROAS and suggests very small increments so that the ad groups do not go back to the learning phase. So this is how you can optimize those ad groups targets which are performing well already. Then again, this is the same rule for the standalone target ROAS campaigns, the channels that still support the standalone target ROAS campaigns like the display campaigns or your standard shopping campaigns. And then the next rule looks into the converting ad groups that are losing out on impression share. So they are converting in the last 30 days, but the search impression share is quite less for them. So in that case, the tool suggests decreasing the target ROAS for those ad groups as they are already performing well, but they're losing out on visibility. So decreasing the target ROAS, Google would bid accordingly and it would get more visibility. And as it gets more visibility, as they're already performing well, eventually it will bring more conversions. So doing tweaking those targets for those ad groups would help optimize the entire campaign's performance. So this way, you can go ahead and tweak the targets for ad groups. This can also be done for your maximize conversions campaigns. You can go ahead and tweak the target CPA for those campaigns. Also, these strategies that we see in Rule Engine um, are available as one-click optimizations from the optimization section and automated bidding. You can try out the optimized target ROAS and optimized target CPA. These are one-click ops that give you these suggestions. As they were built out of Rule Engine, so we could show you the exact strategy that gives you those suggestions. So this is a way that you can manage your automated bidding campaigns for optimizing the cost. Moving forward, we'd look into how you can manage the manual bidding campaigns. So the first strategy is find expensive keywords. So as in manual bidding campaigns, we can go ahead and decrease the bids for keywords. So this strategy exactly helps you do that. Find out those keywords where the cost per conversion is high. Here the keywords cost per conversion in the last 30 days is more than 1.5 times the cost per conversion of the campaign. In that case, the tool suggests decreasing the bid for these keywords, and also those keywords that have received many clicks but has not converted. So here we check for the clicks of the keyword, which is 1.5 times more than the clicks per conversions of the campaign, and no conversions in the last 30 days. So for those keywords, again, the tool suggests decreasing the bids for them. So this way you can decrease bids for for those keywords that are quite costly in comparison to the average keywords in the other keywords in the campaign. So this will help you do that.
We
Then
have
moving
a
forward,
we have a great question here from Brunel. He's asking if all these rules ensure that the user changes are statistically significant, or only some rules do that. So that's a great question. The rule engine works based on lookback windows and historical data. Of course, you can set very interesting conditions to help you ensure or increase the confidence of the analysis that the tool will do. Like what we're doing here, where we say that we're comparing the cost per conversion at the keyword level. with the cost per conversion at the campaign level, basically to see how much more expensive that keyword is compared to the average of the campaign. So that's a type of conditions that you can add to just increase, as I mentioned, the confidence of the tool and add a little bit of statistical significance to the logic of the strategy. But again, it's always important to remember that it will always work with historical data that you can fully customize at any point. Thank you. That was a great question.
Great. So moving forward, another great way to reduce wasted spending is to schedule your ad. To say you schedule your ad to not show up or run at a reduced bid during the underperforming times of the week. So the tool that helps you do that is from optimizations for manual bidding of week with adjustments. So this also helps you allocate more budgets to those times of the week that are performing well. So in Google Ads, in order to do this, you first need to create the time slots and then put in the bid adjustments one by one. But this tool helps you do it more quickly. It recommends and lets you uh, set bid adjustments in one click. So how it works is at first you need to select the day parting group, which is basically a combination of campaigns that have the same ad schedules and bid adjustments. You can also choose a particular campaign from here or a group of campaigns, and then you need to choose a goal. So, say increase clicks, conversions, cost per conversion. You need to choose the goal towards which you would like to align your bid adjustment suggestions, and then choose a network for impression share. And then going next, you set the bidding aggressiveness, where basically you define how much aggressively you would like the tool to bid. And once you've set that, you finish this settings, and then you see the suggestions over here. So here are the suggestions for bid adjustments. Over here, a particular estimated change in clicks is suggested. So if you go along with this bid adjustment suggestions, this would be the change in the clicks, and the uh, accrued cost for that change in clicks is also estimated over here. Here, how you see the bid adjustment suggestions is from these bars over here. So here, you'll be able to see, say, on Sunday 4 a.m. to 8 a.m., the tool suggests increasing the bid adjustments by 15%. And why does the tool suggest so? That you can see in the performance chart below. So these green bars are basically opportunity to increase clicks. So during this time, that is why the tool suggests increasing your bids during this particular hour. This can also be dragged down or above according to your choice. You can tweak these adjustments to a value of your choice by just dragging these bars. This tool also suggests if you are going ahead with these bid adjustment suggestions, then two of your campaigns will not have enough budget, or they'll be limited by budget if these bid adjustment suggestions are applied. So that is also information that you can get from here, and you can use it to optimize your budgets also. So also you can go ahead and modify the ad schedules for a group of campaigns from these blue charts over here. So if you drag these blue bars, you'll be able to go ahead and recalculate bid adjustments for this new ad schedule that you have created just now. You can also ensure that during a particular time, your ads not show up by simply uh, dragging this entire ad schedule and graying it out. So Sunday 4 to 8 a.m., your ads would not show up. So this is also something that you can do very quickly from this tool. Once the entire bid adjustment suggestions looks good to you, and if you're okay with it, you can go ahead and apply the changes, and the ad schedules will be created and bid adjustments applied in one click. So this is a way that you can go ahead and try out optimizing your campaigns, your manual bidding campaigns in terms of the hourly bid adjustments. Also, besides your manual bidding campaigns, you can also try this out for the maximize clicks campaigns, the campaigns running on maximize clicks bidding strategy. Uh, that bid strategy type also supports this out of week bid adjustments. So as in maximize clicks, we try to reach out, try to get as many clicks as possible, where Google automatically sets the bids. It's a good way to ensure that we are advertising only on those times when we get more clicks, and not on those times when we are not getting. So that is a way you can use for your maximize clicks campaigns to help not exhausting their budget. So this is something about the campaigns, about the bid strategy type specific cost optimizations. And then moving ahead is we would look into how you can optimize your placements. So from the optimization section for placements, the account level placement exclusion tool. So this tool basically lists down all the placements that have costed you some amount of money in the last 90 days, but they did not have any conversions or view through conversions in the last 90 days. Also, one cool thing about this tool is these placements are added as negative placements at the account level. So this comes really handy if you have some smart shopping campaigns, smart display campaigns, or performance max campaigns in your account, because for these campaigns we are not able to exclude placements at the campaign level or ad group level or asset level. So the only way to optimize them is by excluding them at the account level. So you can do that. Here you get this list of, so these results can also be customized. So here we only look at those placements that have cost you more than $5, but you can go ahead and change it to your value of your choice. You would only like to look at those placements that cost you more than $20. You can go ahead and put this in and update, and you'll be able to see the entire list. You'll also be able to see the potential vested spend over here for the entire list of placements that comes up in this tool. So this is a very quick way you can go ahead and optimize your placements. So moving forward, the next tool is for optimizations and utility tools and URL checkup. So this tool basically helps you track your landing pages for say 404 errors or other special response codes that we like to track. So we know the broken landing pages leads to wasted clicks and a bad user experience. So this tool helps you keep a track of that. Also, one cool thing about this tool is we previously had, like we also have it now, also enhanced scripts, a check destination URL script. Also, you might be using a particular script to do that, but limitation for Google Ads script is that they time out after 30 minutes of running. So that is the time limit for Google Ads scripts. This is an in-house solution that uses the API, and hence you can overcome such situations using this particular tool. And the setting up is pretty easy and very simple. I'll just quickly walk you through the setting up. From add setting, you add a new setting and define the schedule, say daily, weekly, or monthly, how you'd at what frequency you'd like the tool to run, and then enable send notifications and put your email address over here so that you get notified whenever there are suggestions. Then going next, you define the setting name and the spreadsheet URL. If it is kept to new, then anytime there are suggestions for broken URLs or URLs that need your attention, you will be notified in a new spreadsheet every time. But if you would like to receive these responses only in a particular spreadsheet, you can go ahead and put the URL address over here. And whenever there are suggestions, the tool will populate that spreadsheet with the suggestions. And you can also customize this how the setting of this particular tool. Say campaign name includes. Say you only like to do this exercise for your brand campaigns. You can go ahead and put the brand name over here. The tool will look into only your brand campaigns, and then define the scope for URL check for ads, keywords, or site links. And then enabling this option ensures that you do not receive an email when everything is working fine. You'll only receive an email when there is something that needs your attention. Also, this tool can help you find out some texts on the landing pages, say text, product not available or service unavailable, such kind of texts. If you would like to notify, if you would like the tool to notify you when such texts are found on your website pages, you can put them over here, multiple texts separated by comma, and the tool will take that into account while if there are such texts, it will notify you. Also, one cool thing about this tool is you can also go ahead and choose to pause ads or keywords with bad URL. So this tool helps you do that. And when the issue is fixed, it can also help you re-enable those paused entities. So this is a feature that is still in beta. If you'd like to try this out, let us know. Write to us at support@optmyzr.com, and we'd be happy to enable this feature in your account for you to try out. So this also quite brings us to everything that we had in the agenda about the session.
All right.
Juan, would like
Um,
to.
Sukanya, thank you so much for this amazing walkthrough. And also thanks everyone who joined this session of Learn with Optmyzr. Remember that if you have any questions about the tools we showed you today or about any of the Optmyzr features, you can also contact our great support team, support@optmyzr.com, and just let us know. Feel free to try the tools, share your feedback with us, and questions. And other than that, I hope that you have a great and productive week. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.